Have you ever wondered how to make ukwaju? The one that you take with viazi karai. If you haven't checked my video on viazi karai, you can go check it out. So those viazi karais, last time we took them with tomato sauce. So for today, I'm making others, but we are going to eat them with ukwaju. It's called tamarind. It's so tasty when you eat it. You eat viazi karai with tamarind. So my recipe is very simple. We just need the tamarind, the water, one onion, then garlic, salt, and carrot. It depends. For today's case, I'm just making a little bit of it because it's just for one meal, so we won't use a lot. The ratio of the ingredients depends with how much you are making. So the first step, we are going to put the water and the tamarind, the seeds, these ones, in the sufuria, then let it boil. The reason for boiling is in case there are any dudus, they can die actually, or they can, okay, for safety purposes, for the safety of the stomach, we have to boil it. So we'll put the water and the tamarind to boil, and then we'll chop the onion and the garlic, then we blend it together. So step number 1, I'm placing the mixture so that it can boil. Some other people just let it they let it just stay. You see, I can see it's starting to what is it called, to soak up. Some people usually soak it just in normal water and then you sieve, but for my case, I'm going to let it boil, then I sieve it, I let it cool. In the meantime, I'm going to be cutting the onions and combine it with the garlic and grate. This is what will be going on here, some chopping. Chopping up the onions, then I put them in the blender together with the garlic. We want that perfect smooth texture because we don't like eating the onions when they're that raw without removing the taste of the onions. So since you're using them the way they are, you're going to place them here, then blend together with the garlic. As simple as that. This process actually takes less than 10 minutes. It's fast and easy. Not a lot of work. Okay. In the meantime, I'll be grating the carrot. I'll use this part because you want them to be fine. You don't want to be chewing carrots in your tamarind. So we grate them here. You see they're too small. They're so small. And this is what you want. So after this, I'll combine this carrot, the onions, the mixture of the tamarind and water. After I've sieved it, then the salt, and voila, we have our ukwaju. The reason why I'm using carrot is because it brings some sweetness into the ukwaju. You see, ukwaju is sour. So if you add carrot, it brings some sweetness. So there's that bittersweet taste, which is reality of life. Life is bitter, life is sweet, but we still move on with life. Cha muhimu ni uhai. So the carrot is the sweetness. It's the sweetness in the bitterness. So this is done. On this other end, the tamarind is done. See, it's a bit thick. I don't like it super thick, but it's a bit thick. So the carrot will even add volume to it, and the onion. So this is good to go. We'll sieve this and mix with the rest of the ingredients. This is after cooling. As you can see, it's thick. So we are going to sieve it. Sieve it right here, just that way. And we'll get our fine solution. You can even go in with your hand to get everything out. It's a bit hot. For commercial purposes, people tend to add more water. But since this is homemade for home use, so we'll go a bit thicker. Raha jipe mwenyewe. That's fine. The onion and the garlic are ready. It's not quite perfect, but we'll still use it the way it is. There's nothing perfect in this life. It is what it is. So I'm going to combine this and this mixture, the salt and the carrots. If it's too heavy, I'll add some water. It will depend on the consistency that I want. So we'll start with the salt. Oopsie. We'll add the salt. Then we add the carrots. We mix them. We mix it together. It's already looking so nice. Then we add the onions. Look at that. That's why it's good to make your own homemade tamarind. You can eat it as heavy as it is, or you can add some water, but for my case I like it this way. Inaka supu, so we don't need to add some soup because ikikuwa tena maji sana hiyo viazi haiwezi chota. So this is quite good. Okay, so let's do our potatoes. If you've enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, like it, and suggest what more we can do, what you want me to cook or talk about.